What's up, everybody? My name is Chris Mohead, a.k.a. Rob Savage, a.k.a. Red Cup Robbie, and we're here again with another episode of 600 Seconds with HYLO Art. But before we get started, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, man, because we got a very special guest in the building, and they go by the name of...
LOY.
Y'all give it up for LOY.
Yeah, buddy.
How you doing today, sir?
Oh, man, South Carolina, I'm happy to be here.
Man, we happy to have you here, man. Welcome, first of all. Before we get started, look at that camera right there and let the people know what it is that you do.
I'm a stand-up comedian based out of L.A.
Now, like I said before, man, we spoke a little bit before. You from L.A. and you drove here.
Yes, sir.
How did you get here from L.A.?
I drove. I started driving east, and then I showed up here. I've been out of my car for the last 23 days. This is my 18th state.
Damn. And what made you want to jump in your car and travel across the country?
You get to a certain age where you have a midlife crisis, and you got to change something in your life. And I was like, let me just drive and see where it goes.
And you ended up all the way over here. And 20, how long you say? 18 days?
23 days. I came here to check you guys out at my house.
Yes, sir.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Right here at my house, man. And you going to be performing tonight, right?
Yeah, that's my intention. Let's see how this interview goes.
For sure, man. When did you start, or what made you start doing stand-up comedy?
I am a failed actor. I moved out into L.A. in 2006. I was trying, but back then it was hard for an Asian American male to be an actor. So I found comedy 2011, and I've been on fire since.
Hey, talk a little bit about that. It's hard for male Asian men to find work.
So, you know, they just wanted all the stereotypes. They don't want you to speak English. Yeah. They want you to do kung fu. They want you to be all of the things that I'm not.
I feel you.
And then they cast a white guy to be you anyways.
Yeah. Damn. But who are some of your like influences?
I'd say the two. Bill Burr is very much like my inner voice. Angry, uptight, all of that. And then Earthquake was like the comic that I saw that I was like, I don't know how this will work, but I need to be part of this.
Yeah. Earthquake. Shout out Earthquake and shout out to Bill Burr, man. Love both those guys. Do you have any upcoming states that you want to, put out there, let the people know I'm coming?
Shit. By the time this comes out, I'll probably be in Boston or New York. So I'll be there, but follow my social media, Loy Lee Comedy, LOYLEE Comedy. I post stuff there sometimes.
I'm gonna definitely make sure I follow you, man, because this is amazing. I'm actually amazed by your story.
Thank you.
I think it's dope.
The fact that you guys have been running this show for over 6 years through the pandemic, like that is amazing. Good job on you guys.
I appreciate it, man. It started with the pandemic, man. We was like, we got to find something to do. So
it
that's
went
how we
from
started.
Your house to my house.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm finna get ready to get into my favorite part of the interview, which is the shot seat. Means I'm gonna put you in the hot seat.
In LA, we have that means something completely different.
I can imagine.
No Diddy. No, actually, all Diddy.
What the fuck does that mean?
Extremely Diddy.
Extreme Diddy. Okay. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. I'm gonna ask you 10 questions. You got 30 seconds to answer them.
Okay.
If you don't answer them in 30 seconds, you gotta take a shot of some delicious lemon juice.
Okay.
Got me?
Here we go.
Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Gina or Pam?
Damn, Gina. Gina and a big mouth.
50 Cent or Ja Rule?
Oh, come on, 50.
Steve Harvey or Cat Williams?
Cat Williams. I will bang for Cat Williams. I will stand my ground for Cat Williams. Go.
Living single or friends?
Living single.
Rihanna or Mary J. Blige?
Come on. I feel like these questions are targeted me. Like they just want to see where I'm at. Mary J.
Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood?
Menace.
Grey Goose or Tito's?
I don't drink, but let's go with Tito's because that's American.
Is it? I didn't know. What is
now.
What is the number one selling album of all time?
What?
The number one selling album of all time.
In my overall? Or
number one selling album.
Oh, the fuck! That's not my industry. I'd say Thriller.
Yeah, good job. You'd be surprised when people get that wrong.
Tom?
Anyway, it's been way more than 30 seconds. So you go ahead and take that drink.
Okay, here we go.
You know what I mean?
Salute.
Yeah. Y'all give it up for him taking that shot.
Oh my God, I'm off the wagon. I'm driving.
I wanted to ask, man, one more thing. Which, out of all the states that you traveled 18 states.
Yeah.
Which, I ain't going to ask you what's your favorite, but.
South Carolina.
Hey, well, shout out to us, man, for sure.
Take my shirt off, whip it around my head like a helicopter. I don't know.
Give me an interesting story out of 18 states. What is an interesting story that happened in one?
I got hit on by a transgender man. That was weird. Now, if you guys don't understand, transgender man was born a woman, identifies as a man that likes women, hit on me, which I didn't even like. I tried to be respectful. I just didn't know. Like, it was a woman. She had more facial hair than me. It was strange.
What does that say about you?
I'm built like a bitch, apparently.
Damn. Well, damn.
I'm so exotic, but not too exotic. I'm still built like a woman, apparently.
Damn. Is there anything that you? Well, is there any advice that you want to give to anybody out there who's thinking about chasing their dreams, man? Like you.
Do the work. There is no shortcuts. Do the work. Kobe Bryant would get up in the morning, 4 a.m., put up 500 shots before he'd eat breakfast, put up another 500 shots before he'd go to practice, He's doing the work. You don't get there off of not doing the work.
Yeah. No shortcuts. Is there anything else you want to talk about or touch on that we didn't get to talk about tonight?
Yeah, don't come to L.A. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
I will live in my car before I'm trying to go back to L.A.
Damn. Hey, man, we appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Make sure you stop back through here.
Absolutely.
Y'all get up for LOY Lee.
I just walked the crowd.
Based out of California. Hey, let's give a big round of applause for LOY Lee. LOY Lee.
From LA, baby, LA in the house.
Give it up for yourselves, South Carolina. Freaking amazing. Happy to be here. Man, I'm driving through. I've been hearing about this Diddy thing. What's crazy is Diddy told us the whole time. Like everywhere, like can't stop, won't stop. It's like the fact that he's being like one of the charges that he's like kidnapping and shit. He's like, yeah, he told you we ain't going nowhere. Like, yeah, all of this shit is in his songs. It's not a surprise. It's a surprise that I wasn't invited to none of those parties. Like, everyone was invited. Everyone but us. Like, everyone was there. Everyone has videos except for us. It makes me feel sad. It makes me feel unwanted. Now, I'm married. I'm in an interracial marriage. Oh man, you heard that like slow confusion. I get it, because every time you guys Google interracial, the Asian is never the guy.
You're right.
Yeah, everyone's going through their search engine right now. You gotta go to page 57 of Pornhub to find the one Asian guy. His junk's all pixelated and shit. You're reading subtitles like you're watching anime. Like, when does he go Super Saiyan? People in your 40s, make some noise. Yeah, I just turned 45, and this is what it looks like when you don't have kids. Just none of the stress, all of the age, none of the stress. I remember growing up, people would be like, all the OGs would be like, wait until you get old enough to where you have to stretch before you have sex. Wait until you gotta stretch before you have sex. I'm at that age where I have to stretch to go to sleep. Like, I gotta do 20 minutes of this, whatever this is. My wife's looking at me like, oh my God, he's gonna lay it down. No, I'm gonna lay down for 6 to 7 hours.
That's crazy.
You know, like when you're young, you're playing basketball, and you just get to the gym, you put up 2 shots and you're ready, you don't stretch, you don't drink water, you're just ready. I'm at that age where like the entire workout is the stretch. I'm doing yoga for 90 minutes. That's the workout. There is no lifting of weights. Okay, don't get old, guys. I grew up in Chinatown, Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah. Like, what is that accent? It's so exotic. It's a Boston accent. It's not quite JFK, and it's not quite Marky Mark. It's kind of the guy that Marky Mark beat up in the 80s. I'll just see who keeps up to date with this shit. He beat up a Vietnamese guy. The guy lost his eye. That was not good vibrations. He's out there yelling, come on, feel it. You can't feel it, it's electric. But no, when I walked in here, I love you guys. You guys made me feel really, really welcome. I don't know if it's Southern hospitality or the fact that it looks like I got a Jerry curl, I don't know. But everyone was looking at me like, can't quite figure out, is it Luther or which Luther? All of the Luthers, but this is my natural hair. I have naturally curly hair. And everyone growing up was like, oh, you should probably talk to your mom. Maybe your mom's got a little bit of that fever in her. Well, I got the DNA test. I'm 97% Chinese and 3% other Chinese. They sent me my money back in a picture of myself, being like, come on, bro, figure it out. If you can't tell. Man, this is not gonna get any better, guys. I'm glad I'm married. Married people make some noise. That's generally what marriage feels like, just kind of lukewarm. You know, I mean, we're married, it's fine. I'm married, I don't have to date anymore, and dating as an Asian male is very difficult. You know, I'll prove it. Ladies, make some noise if you fucked an Asian guy before. Everybody wants to have a little Asian baby, but nobody wants to put in the work. I got you. everyone wants a little Amory. It's just one thing, but they don't want to put the work in. I got you. I see how it is. But that silence is the sound of my wife not worried I'm gonna cheat on her. That is. I'm 3 time zones, 18 states away, and she's like, you'll be fine. Go out there, make some money. I don't know if you guys have this, but in Asian culture we have the thing called the Asian goodbye. So when you go to a party, right? You go to a party, you're about to leave, you gotta say goodbye to everybody. You gotta say goodbye to every single person before you leave. And there's so many people, by the time you get to the last one, the first person you say goodbye to is like, oh shit, you're still here? Like, yeah, goodbye, sing karaoke, have another beer, eat some more. And it's just this non-stop trying to get out of this party. I was leaving my godson's 7th birthday party last weekend. He turned 14 in June, so we've been stuck in his 7th birthday for years now. Have you guys ever heard of the Irish goodbye? I grew up in Boston, so we have this thing called the Irish goodbye, where when you're ready to leave, you just go. You don't say goodbye to nobody. I learned this from my dad in 1984. I have not seen him since. That is. Are you my dad? Is my dad here? Is he here? Is he? No? Okay. My man, how much more time do I got? 2 minutes. That's dope. Okay. No, man, I'm getting old, and you know you're getting old when you don't recognize the music that people are playing. When the DJ was up there playing, was that Sticky? I had no idea what that song was. And you just get to the age where you aggressively become that guy where you're just yelling, that's not music, this is music, and then you put on like DMX or Jay-Z. But we grew up with that. When we were listening to DMX and Jay-Z, some old head would be like, that's not music, this is music. Clap your hands, everybody! And then when he was a kid, these all the breaks. When he was a kid, somebody would be like, that's not hip-hop, this is hip-hop. And it's just rock, planet rock. For 7 minutes, just African melodic rock. All I'm saying is I don't understand any of the music anymore. There's a time in your life where music just stops, and for me that's 2016. I don't know. The last song I recognized was The Box, and I just hear it because it's on social media. Basically, I'm old. I'm so old to the point where when I was younger, I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. I did not get in. And my mom was bitched. Like, why doesn't a bunch of black guys that want to be Asian not accept the one Asian guy that wants to be black? Seemed like a shoo-in. You know what, guys? That was an effort. I made a try. I appreciate you guys, South Carolina, Columbia, capital city. Give it up for your host. My name is Lloyd Lee.
What? 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4.
Make money, make money, don't waste it. Everybody